So, Destiny 2. That's right, you clicked on this video for one thing and for one thing only, to find out my opinion on Destiny 2 and whether you should play it or not. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing my opinion on Destiny 2, whether you should jump straight into it if you haven't played the first one, giving my advantages and disadvantages. Destiny 2 was created by Bungie, the developers of Halo, so this game already has its standards set. It's a very good game so far. I do enjoy it, but I'm going to be giving you a detailed response in a second. Let's jump straight into the video. So, Destiny 2. I haven't really played much of this franchise if I'm completely honest. I played the first one a little bit, but the second one I haven't really touched considering it was announced to be free. So, Bungie made this available on the Battle.net app. If you know what the Battle.net app is, created by Blizzard, it allows you to play games that, are created by Blizzard and Activision. Well, Bungie decided, you know what, we're going to ditch Blizzard and go with Steam. So now it's on Steam, it has its own unique platform. It's kind of gone away from the vision of Blizzard and Activision and wanted to diversify itself and go straight onto Steam. I think that was an okay idea, but I think they probably would have, in the long run, been better on Battle.net. But hey ho, that's not for me to discuss. So my initial thoughts on Destiny 2. When I first loaded up the game, it was kind of annoying considering I had to re-download everything on Steam, but hey, it was free so I didn't lose anything out. If you go onto the Bungie website, you can actually link all your accounts so you don't lose your characters, which is absolutely awesome. Like I said, when I first initially opened the game, I had nothing, couldn't find my characters or anything, but then when I went onto the Bungie website, I could actually import all my characters from my previous version, which was awesome. So when I logged into the game, first thing I noticed, loading times. This is like the main reason why I don't play the game. It's because of the loading times. If you're trying to get into like the main cities or into a certain game mode like the Crucible or anything like that, doing PvE or PvP, then it takes a long time to get into a game. I'd say if you want to try and go to the main city, once you click on the city you want to go to, it probably takes like 15 to 20 seconds just to load in, which is very devastating for this game. I thought the loading times would be much better considering, they're trying to push out a lot of content to the players. I find that this is a little bit boring. I know it makes the content a little bit more immersive because you're like traveling in space and everything, but I just don't like that aspect of it. I really find that the loading times is what let this game down, and I really don't like that side of it. However, when I initially logged into the game, I must say, the settings were immaculate. Like, you can choose a lot of different settings, which is so good. The graphics were insane on my computer. I was loving every aspect, and it runs so smooth. One drawback I would say about this game is that the movement feels kind of clunky when you're playing. It's kind of, you're not like in the center of your screen. It feels like your character's off to the left a little bit. So when you run and you try and like zoom into a weapon, it doesn't really feel right. It feels like you have to wait for your character to stop moving before you can actually, point and click. It's a bit strange on how it works. Like if you compare it to like Rainbow Six Siege or Halo, for example, with Rainbow, all you need to do is like flick your mouse to the left or right and zoom in and shoot. But on this game, because it's in like space and stuff, there's like a reaction difference between the two games. If you go zoom, you have to kind of wait for your character to be straight before you can shoot. It's kind of weird. I will have videos on screen here just to show you what I mean, but it just feels a little bit clunky in that aspect. I would highly recommend, if you have played the other Destiny games, then I would make sure you know your controls, because when I first logged into the game, I didn't know any controls and it was a nightmare. So just read up on the controls so you know what you're doing, because that will help out a lot. But first I went and got all the quests from the starting zone, which you start in at, and I ended up getting a new ship. I'm not sure if it's just for playing the game or whatever, but it looks really cool. That was a really good aspect of the game, and I also got some gear color changes, which is also good because I like visually enhanced gear and items, so it's actually really good. Like, if you don't know me, I love transmog in World of Warcraft. I find that's probably one of the best things, and I like that I can do this with my character on Destiny. So I only played a couple of hours on this game. I decided to do both PvE and PvP, so I hopped in both of them. I ended up doing like a little mini raid or something with 3 players, myself and 2 others. It was just randoms, but I managed to get into that game fairly quick, and it was actually a challenge on the last boss.
So it's just us and a massive Vex gate.
Ah, the Vex gate at the center of the lake.
What lake?
The lake where you will grind Brachion's horns into dust and crush its chassis beneath your boot. That lake.
So you had to play as a team, and that was the only way you could win, so it was really, really nice. I like that side of it. The respawn times, bit too long in my opinion. It's about 15 seconds or like 7 seconds because someone can pick you back up. But I find that side of it is kind of a bit boring. However, I find overall this game is absolutely awesome. For a free game, I'd say it's kind of a mix between Halo and Warframe in a sense. Warframe aspect comes in because you have like, when you go on like the main menu, you can see all of the different planets, and you can click on them. There's different acts to the planets, and there's different like headquarters you can go to. You can join your own guild and everything. Whereas Halo side of it, like the combat's kind of similar with all the enemies and the way it works like that. You can also glide. You can use different energy weapons. So it's like to coincide to create Destiny, which is quite good. I like that side of it. There's a lot of players I didn't think would be there, to be honest. Like, I went into the main city and there was a ton of players, so that side of things was good. I tried doing some PvP. Kind of annoying though. Took like 3 to 4 minutes to find a game, but that's fine. It's kind of like World of Warcraft. That's all good. But when I got into the game, it was absolutely brilliant. Even if you don't have good gear, you can actually put up a fight against the max level players, because I think everything scales in this game. So it's actually really, really good. All the weapons are kind of balanced, which is nice there. I like the uniqueness of every class. The class design is absolutely awesome. I'm playing a Warlock at the moment for obvious reasons. But I like that you have your different specs to the Warlock like you would in an MMO. So in this one, like, you have like your Void Walker and then the other 2, which is good. Sorry, that's my phone going off. But yeah, I really, really like that aspect of it. And you can have your little different talent trees which you can pick, which is really nice. And you have your daily quests which you can do. It's kind of like an MMO, obviously, but it's a shooter, so it's an MMO, like RPG type game, which is really, really nice. I do like that side of it, and I like that you can get stuff for your class and earn reputations and everything like that. So if you like that sort of play style of a game where you can choose what build you want to play, and you can play with other people and get daily quests and earn rep, this is definitely for you. You can do raids, you can do mini dungeons, you can do PvP, and all of them are actually quite fun. Like, legit, I downloaded it thinking that this was going to be a really bad game because I played it last time when it first came out and I wasn't hooked. But then I started playing it again just because I left it about a year or something, and then I came back to it just so that, you know, they would have added so much more things in. And from an initial standpoint, I like this game. Loading times is a big issue though. I also find that the transmog type things is really, really nice. I like that side of it. I like that you can customize a lot of your character, like add different attachments. I like that you can build your own spec. In a sense that you can decide whether you want to go like full grenade build or like full healing build or whatever, especially as a Warlock. I like that you can change, like modify your grenades. I like that you can... just everything about the customization of this game I really, really like, because not only does, for a free game, not only is it really cool, I think that it kind of diversifies itself from other free games, if you think about it, because other games don't really have that much customization, but in this one at least you can customize your ship and everything and your armor and look cool. And so I like that side of it. I think that the game runs very, very smooth. I do like the game, and like I said, the only main issue I have is like it feels clunky when you're trying to like run and shoot. You can't really do it at the same time as such. So that aspect is kind of a bit bland. However, since it's in space, I will let them off, because you can't really have a smooth transition from space. But yeah, that's really cool. I like that you can have your own like little mini ships you can ride around and get to objectives faster. I really do like this game. For a free game, it's absolutely awesome. It could be a little bit better, like I said earlier. Like the PvP could be a little better, like more intrusive and like enticing to make you want to play it. The gear aspect from the PvE, when you finish like a mini raid, you get so much good items, and it makes you feel like you've accomplished something once you've received your gear at the end. Because not only does it take like 20 to 30 minutes just to finish it, you get a really good bonus at the end, which is nice. It's kind of like Mythic Plus on WoW, where you do your Mythic Dungeon and then you get your gear at the end when you do the Keystone. So that aspect of the game, really, really nice. I like that you can team up with random players, and you can, you have to work together to actually complete it. You can't just go into the raid and try and complete it yourself. You need more players, which is really, really nice. But the PvP side, I haven't really played too much. That's the main thing I want to start playing. I played like the capture all the objectives, and that side was really, really fun. There's a lot going on if you haven't played a Destiny game before, but I would say that's really, really nice. I find that their melee hits are strong though, like too strong. You can like 2 melee hit someone and they die, which is kind of silly in a sense, because people, what I've noticed is they try and just get to you and melee you instead of shooting at you from a distance. And these special weapons, some of them are a bit plain and they don't really do much like damage, but overall I find that this game is absolutely awesome. If you haven't checked out Destiny before, I'd give it a try before obviously putting it down. I didn't want to start playing it because I thought it was going to be bad, because I never really got into Destiny. However, even if you play on your own, it's actually quite fun. There's a lot going on though, so I think they could make like the questing system a little bit easier to follow, and the way you navigate to like different places, because you always have to go to orbit and then pick your place. I think that they should have like a little mini map or something you can click and then teleport instantly, instead of going back to orbit, waiting 20 seconds to go back on the orbit screen, and then clicking on the Earth or something, going to that place, taking 20 seconds to get to the place. It's already been like 2 minutes or a minute before you can even get into the game, because you're searching for long as well. So if they work on their loading times and the way that you can like zoom in and stuff, I think that needs to be a little bit more free, not a little bit clunky. I find it to be clunky. You guys may not though. This is from like a PC standpoint as well. I really like the customization. I think that's really, really cool. But I think they need like something to entice you to play it a little bit more. Make the questing design a little bit easier to understand. Yeah, that's all my opinions really. Like, when I jumped into it, it did feel a little bit overwhelming, because I didn't know what quests I had to do, whether there was a storyline I had to go on, and ultimately I just went, screw it, let's play some raids and let's do some PvP, and I had fun doing that. So I'm definitely going to start playing this game again. I really hope you did enjoy this video. This was my opinion on Destiny. I think it's a good game so far. You should go check it out and play it. It's really, really nice. Like I said, it's kind of like Warframe and Halo mixed into one. Maybe a little bit of Battlefield, the way like you move and everything. But that's my opinion on it. Hopefully you guys agree with it. Hopefully end game content's better than the start game content. I like that you have freedom to pick which class you want to play. That's quite nice as well. And each class has their own unique ability when you have your supercharge, which is very, very good. But yeah guys, I've been Xrathis. Please make sure to support the channel. Make sure to drop a like, comment down below, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more content from me. Right guys, I've been Xrathis. Catch you in the next one. So, peace!